Alright, so for topic 3, we have data collection methods under MBA 200. So for today's topic outline, we have introduction of the topic, data validation, primary data collection, which includes surveys, interviews, focus groups, and lastly, we have secondary data sources, which are databases, academic journals, industry reports. So data collection methods. Data collection refers to the systematic process of acquiring and quantifying information or data from the diverse sources. This procedure facilitates the resolution of research problems, evaluation of outcomes, addressing research inquiries, and making predictions about trends and probability. The primary objective of data collection is to acquire evidence of superior quality, which can afterwards be utilized to do comprehensive data analysis and establish a robust argument for addressing specific problems. So the acquisition of data is a paramount importance for the achievement of business objectives as it enables the verification of accuracy, comprehensiveness, and relevance of information pertaining to the organization and the specific issue being addressed. So the utilization of data-driven insights has the potential to expand one's understanding of their company's endeavors and offer tangible metrics to improve various projects, ranging from the modification of marketing strategies to the examination of customer grievances. So there exist two main sorts of data that are presented. We have qualitative and quantitative data. And apart from that, there exists a mixed method. So, qualitative data consists of non-numerical, descriptive, or nominal characteristics. Qualitative techniques primarily center on the examination of the how and why aspects of a program. These techniques commonly utilize unstructured methods of data collection to thoroughly study the topic matter. For quantitative data, on the other hand, possesses numerical characteristics enabling mathematical calculations to be performed on it. Quantitative data measurement employs many scales, namely nominal, ordinal, interval, and ratio scales for classification purposes. So for mixed method approach integrates qualitative and quantitative research data, procedures, and methodology. Mixed method approaches encompass a diverse range of methodologies, which may involve the integration of qualitative and quantitative methods and research or their application at different times throughout the study. Mixed method encompass a variety of approaches that synergistically combine many strategies to amplify benefits and alleviate limitations associated with the utilization of solitary research methodology. Now let's talk about primary data collection. So primary data refers to information that has been collected directly from first-hand experience. Primary data is considered to be more reliable, genuine, and impartial as it has not previously been published. The validity of primary data is often considered to be higher than that of secondary data due to its inherent lack of modification or alteration by human agents. So there are five types or five primary sources of data. We have experiments, survey, questionnaire, interview, and observations. So for experiments, these necessitates the utilization of either a fabricated or naturally occurring setting in order to carry out a systematic inquiry and collect empirical evidence. For survey, the prevailing methodology in the fields of social sciences, management, marketing, and to a certain extent of psychology. For questionnaire, the questionnaire is widely regarded as the most prevalent survey methodology. A questionnaire is a collection of questions which can be either open-ended or closed-ended that individuals are asked to answer. For interview, this is a face-to-face interaction with the responder, is known as an interview. The biggest issue with an interview is when the responder purposefully withholds information. For observations, this can be undertaken either with or without prior notification to subjects being observed regarding the purpose and nature of the observation. So for secondary data sources, secondary data refers to information that has been collected from a pre-existing source in any format. Literature reviews and research predominantly rely on secondary data sources. The investigator is utilizing it for an alternative objective, while it was initially acquired by a different individual for a distinct purpose. Typical sources of secondary data for social science include censuses, organizational records, and data collected through qualitative research methods. So sources of secondary data include biographies, books, data archives, databases, etc., internet articles, newspapers, published censuses or other statistical data, records, and research articles by other researcher journals. So talking about data validation and reliability. The evaluation of research quality sometimes involve the examination of concepts such as validity and reliability. They demonstrate the level of effectiveness of a given approach or practice. So for reliability, this pertains to the constancy of a measurement. The concept of a high dependability refers to the ability of a measurement system to constantly produce reliable and consistent results when employed under similar conditions. So there are three ways to assess reliability. We have test-retest reliability. This type of reliability pertains to the extent to which a test can consistently yield stable and reliable outcomes over an extended period. We have internal reliability. This form of reliability assesses the internal consistency among items inside a single instrument. Researchers analyze internal dependability while applying methods such as questionnaires or personality assessments. Lastly, we have inter-rater reliability. So this type of reliability assesses the level of consistency among multiple observers, jurors, or evaluators. There exists a significant connection between the scores of several observers when they conduct identical measurements for a given object or subject. Researchers can utilize rating standards as a means to mitigate the influence of subjectivity. The process of ascertaining the reliability of the measure entails doing a comparative analysis of the evaluations provided by multiple raters for a specific writing sample. So for validity, the concept pertains to the extent to which the measures accurately capture the desired constructors or phenomena. Validity is a significant challenge in the social sciences, particularly when attempting to quantify abstract concepts such as optimism and self-esteem. So these are three ways to assess validity. First is the test validity is determined by its ability to accurately measure the attribute that is pertinent to the requirements and qualifications of a specific position. The validity of the test results is crucial for their significance. Validity research suggests a correlation between test performance and occupational performance, and validity refers to the extent to which one may make certain inferences or predictions about individuals based on their test scores. In alternative terms, it demonstrates the extent to which the examination yielded advantageous outcomes. Alright, that ends our discussion for today. I hope you were able to learn, and if you have any question, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you.